this week, our features, you saw them, they're in the title. Starting off with the Thursday game, we had the Bengals. Joe Burrow, he was able to take down Trevor Lawrence, rematch of the national championship game. And it's a shame because Bengals, they're a better team this year, a little better this year, obviously. But the Jaguars, they got off to such a hot start at the beginning, got a little lucky. You had to assume that it wasn't going to last. And then the Bengals, man, they just, they hang in there, they keep it close, keep it tight. And yeah, Joe Burrow, Bengals, they get the W. Jamar Chase looks good once again. And up next, Cardinals. We gotta talk about the Cardinals. I had them as a playoff team this year, so I think I had them as a playoff team. I knew they were gonna be decent. I mean, pretty good offense. They just have a lot of talent, and then adding Watt to the defense that already has Chandler Jones. They already had some talent there. The Cardinals are solid, but yeah, Cardinals to 4-0 now. They took down the Rams. The Rams, that was a good game. They're both two of the hottest teams in football right now. And Cardinals got the W. And last but not least, for the shout-outs, the Buccaneers. Tom Brady. Tom Brady. He didn't play that well. I thought he was going to crush us. I thought he was just going to go off. I just had that feeling. Of course, I got to experience what it's like to watch Tom Brady take the team down the field and score eventually the game-winning points. They did have a shot. They had the field goal at the end, but we'll talk about that then. But shout out the Bucs. Continue to look good to 3-1 now. I mean, it's weird. Their secondary, not great, honestly. The secondary is not great, but they got so much other talent elsewhere. They couldn't run the ball. Pats could not run the ball, but we'll talk about that later. Let's see what we got here. Let's get to it. We'll start talking about games. Let's talk football team versus the Falcons. Football team gets the dub. Football team gets the dub. Heineke looked pretty solid. 290, 3 touchdowns. Even Matt Ryan had a solid game. But yeah, Scary Terry looks good. Good win for the football team. They're 2-2 now. Honestly, I could see them winning the division. They're gonna have trouble with the Cowboys. But Giants, bad. Eagles, bad. But it'll just come down to Cowboys. How the Cowboys end up playing. But football team they look all right. They look like a team, a middle of the pack team. They're gonna beat up on all the garbage teams, and then anybody better than them, easy loss. But yeah, I don't think they're too bad. Up next, we have Bears-Lions. Bears-Lions. Alright, so Fields looked a little better. He looked better than last week. So that's a step up. Jared Goff, he was alright as well. I caught glimpses of this game, didn't see a ton, but looks like Jamal Williams was the top rusher this one. I don't like that because I got Swift, but Swift still gets some receptions, so he's a solid back. But Allen Robinson killing me again. But Mooney was the one who went off. Even Montgomery had a good game. Montgomery got hurt, I believe, so that'll be interesting to see how that pans out after he had such a good game. But Bears get the win. They're still 2-2. The Lions are, I don't know what the hell the Lions are doing, man. Poor Dan Campbell. But yeah, Lions, Bears, not bad one. Fields still looking like a rookie, but he threw one pick, so that's a step up. And he actually completed some passes, so like 200 yards. That's pretty good. Up next, we have Cowboys Panthers. Two fairly hot teams right now. Cowboys to 3-1, and then the Panthers undefeated. Before this one, they were undefeated. they couldn't protect him too well. He had 5 sacks. So QBR was low, but he's solid. He had that rushing TD as well. Let me see. He had two of them. I didn't even see the second one. So yeah, I mean, once again, 4 total TDs for him. That's pretty solid. They gave Hubert a bunch of carries. But I mean, I guess not the most surprising thing was CMC out. They need Mike Davis, man. They need Mike Davis to come back. He can step in when CMC's hurt. Have like a solid rushing game or something like last year. But yeah, Cooper, decent game. Schultz had a TD. Both tight ends had touchdowns. So nice little game there for the Cowboys for sure. Taking down the undefeated Panthers. They're 3-1. Like I said, it's gonna be them and the football team trying to push the playoffs. I think the Cowboys would get it, but don't count out football team. Don't count them out. Bills, the Bills crushed the Texans. Honorable mention for the headlines, but 40-0. It just wasn't even close. 21 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, they just blew them away. It just wasn't that close. Josh Allen didn't even go crazy in the stat sheet. He really didn't. Nobody did. It's just one of those games where, the Texans were playing like the Texans. Davis Mills, poor guy, had 4 picks. But yeah, they just have they got nothing, dude. They got nothing. Their team is garbage. Their best player's Brandon Cooks. Oh man, but Stephon Diggs had a good game. 7 for 114. I'll take that for sure. Got him on fantasy in my one fantasy league. But yeah, not much to say about Bills Texans because it was a blowout. It was expected. This is how I've expected the Titans to play. But we'll slide over Browns Vikings. Pretty good game. 14-7, not bad. But yeah, let's see. I don't think I saw a ton of this one. Red Zone channel failed me in this game because there was not much. But yeah, it's interesting. Cousins, not great. Not a great day. Neither a good day for Mayfield as well. Chubb was the only one who looked good. 21 carries, 100 yards. Always gets 100 yards. Kareem stole his touchdown, but it's all good. Dalvin Cook, man, he's killing me. I have him in my one league as well. It's a shame. It is a shame. But yeah, Browns, they moved to 3-1. Vikings. What the heck? What are they doing? They're 1-3 now. What are they doing, man? When do they play Kellen Mond? When's Kellen Mond getting in there? But I don't know. We're gonna see. I don't know if he's the problem. All right, Giants, Saints looked pretty good last week. Handled the Patriots where they were 2-1. They lose this week to the Giants. It doesn't make any sense. Nobody understands it. But yeah, Daniel Jones. He had a good game. He had a solid game. 400 yards, 2 TDs, 1 pick, 28 for 40. Pretty good. Winston, not quite as good, but I don't know. Saquon Barkley really sealed it. Game-winning TD in overtime. It was a good finish. It was a good game to watch for sure. But man, Saints D, what happened to him? Man? But Kamara had a good game. Taysom Hill actually had 2 touchdowns. Interesting. I don't remember that at all. But yeah. Giants, man. Giants are 1-3. Snag first win of the year. Saints down to 2-2. We'll see how they end up, but I think the Saints are alright. When Winston's playing alright and the defense is good, they're good to go. Up next we have the Colts versus the Dolphins. 0-3 versus 1-2 before this one. The Colts look good, man. Colts, they look decent, but the Dolphins, they don't look great, and that's why the Colts look good. They're not going to win any games with Brissett. They have the Buccaneers next week. Dolphins are going to be 1-4 before we even think about when the hell is Tua coming back. But Tua's a good QB, but the Dolphins team, the team they put around him, definitely not as good as they would have wanted. But Carson Wentz, he didn't look bad. He looked alright. Jordan Taylor had a nice run, dude. His rushing touchdown was real nice. Pittman had a bunch of catches. He looked good. Parker had a good game, but Gesicki had a touchdown, so it was a pretty good game. Just Brissett's just so bad. So it's, the Dolphins, man, they're a little stuck. They just gotta wait for Tua to come back. Up next, we have the Chiefs versus the Eagles. The Chiefs versus the Eagles. Big day from Patty Mahomes. 5 touchdowns. 278. Yeah. Pretty good day for him. Pretty good day. Pretty good. Tyreek Hill. He had one of his bomb days, man. 11 catches, 186 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jesus. What a day for him. What a day. Hurts didn't play too bad. Once again, 387, 2 touchdowns. A couple carries for some yards. Man, Miles Sanders, 7 carries for 13 yards, man. Jeez. They gotta run the ball, man. Devontae Smith, 7 for 122. Good day out of him. So, yeah, this was a good game. This was a shootout all the way till the end. Both teams, man, 2 touchdowns in the fourth. That one was good. Chiefs, they save face. They get themselves to 2-2. Eagles, 1-3, and not looking great for them this year. Not looking too great. It's a real shame. Up next, we have the Titans versus the Jets. The Titans, man, they don't look too good this year. They look like their team in general has regressed. It was cool. They got Julio Jones, an aging Julio, and he's been alright. He hasn't been awful. I mean, he hasn't been what you would want him to be. He's not prime Julio, but Derrick Henry, he had a good day. 33 carries. They just fed him the ball. But, jeez. I mean, Tannehill still had 49 attempts, but Zach Wilson, better day than last week for sure. Didn't look great last week. Only 1 pick this week. 2 touchdowns, 297. So, pretty good week for him. Most of the rookie QBs, if they played bad last week, or if they played bad all season, they looked a lot better this week. None of them played like shit. Corey Davis finally had a good day. He hasn't looked great for the Jets, but yeah, they got their first win. Were able to take down the Titans. They're at 2-2 now. Jets 1-3. I don't know. I still expect a playoff push from the Titans. I don't know why they wouldn't, but up next we got Seahawks versus the 49ers. Up next we have the Seahawks versus the 49ers. I don't know why I missed a bunch of this game. I saw some highlights, but Sermon had a pretty good game. Garoppolo got hurt, so we'll see how long he's out for. Oh boy, what the heck is going on here? Alright, we're good. But yeah. Honestly, can't say much about this game. I don't remember anything from it other than Trey Lance is probably gonna start. I forget what Garoppolo's injury is, but poor guy, honestly. I still think he's just a good quarterback. He's a solid quarterback, man, but he's just injury prone, and year after year, same thing happens. It's just, it's a shame. It really is. It really is a shame. But Seahawks, they got the win, 2-2. 49ers also 2-2 now. So both, I expect both of them to be playoff teams. I don't know. We'll see with the 49ers now. Maybe, I don't know if Trey Lance is quite ready. But, alright. Let's get to it. We are actually, we got one of our, not game of the week, but our headliners. The Cardinals, Rams. versus the Rams. Big fan of the Rams. Not a fan, but I'm a believer in them. I think they're definitely a Super Bowl team this year. Stafford looks good. Not quite as good the other day against the Cardinals, but Cardinals got a solid defense. Chris Edmonds had a big run. He actually went over 100 yards, but Connors was the one that got the TD. But Kyler Murray, solid game out of him, 268, 2 TDs. Decent game rushing. But yeah, A.J. Green caught a touchdown pass. Hopkins hasn't been quite as good, but they have a nice receiving core there. They really do. They got Hopkins, A.J. Green, Rondell Moore looks good, and then Christian Kirk as a fourth, pretty good. And then they still have Edmonds. He's good at catching the ball out of the backfield. So I like the Cardinals, man. They're definitely one of the hottest teams right now. Solid defense, solid on offense. They're 4-0, and they just knocked off the Rams. So I'm impressed. I would have thought they'd be a playoff team, or at least be knocking on the door for sure. But yeah, they look good. It'll be interesting to see how long they keep it up. But because the Rams, man, that's a big win. That's a big win. They just knocked off the Bucs last week. So Cardinals, man, Cardinals are looking good. Up next we have the Steelers versus the Packers. Rodgers, pretty good game out of him for the most part. Not one of his top tier games, but it's one of those where Packers felt like they did enough to win. They didn't really have anybody go off. Adams didn't go off. Well, unless you consider Randall Cobb going for 2 touchdowns going off. I'll give it to him. Big game. We haven't seen him do that with Rodgers in quite some time, so it was cool to see. It really was. But yeah, Roethlisberger just looked like he just doesn't look too. He's just washed, man. He's just washed. It's a shame. It's like no knock on the guy. No knock on the guy. He's done everything he could in his career. He's had a good career. But it just makes what Brady's been doing even crazier. It's just all these quarterbacks, all of them, no matter how good they are at any point in their career, they always fall off eventually. And it's Roethlisberger's time. And I feel bad. I mean, I think they'll draft a QB next year in the draft, for sure. But they're 1-3 right now, and they have way too much talent to be 1-3. So I don't know. We'll see. Still a long season. Could see them possibly turning it around, but Big Ben does not look the same. But yeah, we move over to Ravens Broncos. This is the first loss for the Broncos, but good win for the Ravens. Now 3-1. Once again, Lamar Jackson, pretty good game. Not great in the stat sheet, but he was solid. Bridgewater, man, he's like Garoppolo, man. He just gets hurt. Now he hasn't been hurt for a little bit. He made it through the last season. Before that, what was he? The Saints backup, I guess. But yeah, it's gotta feel bad for the guy, man. He's just hurt again, and now they got Drew Lock back out there. So we'll see how Lock does. Maybe he can hold the fort down. They're 3-1. Like I said, they're 3-1. They got a decent team, but I have a feeling they might be phonies a little bit. They might be one of the phony. They were a phony undefeated team, and now 3-1. I still think they're not really the realest team out there, but we'll see. Long season ahead of us. It is a very long season. Alrighty, who do we got next? Oh, here we are. That's it. Yeah, we got through them all, I guess. Let me just double check. Yeah, alright, so here we are, last game. Won't be able to talk about the Monday night game, because like I said, I'm filming this before that one, so not going to talk about Monday night, but the Sunday night game, Pats Buccaneers, Brady returns to Foxborough. I hated it, man. I hated it. I honestly, I didn't enjoy watching. I really didn't. And it's just Brady. Brady's my guy, you know. And I hated watching him play against the Pats, man, because Tom Brady is a Patriot. The Patriots are Tom Brady, man. Like, it just, I enjoyed the game, I guess, but it was just, honestly, I just liked watching Brady as a Pat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just there's not much to say. There's not much to it. I'm still rooting for him. I still want him to do good stuff for the Bucs, but just simple way to put it. I wish he was still on the Patriots, man. That's all I can say. But that's gonna be it. I think we'll wrap it up. Let me know what you thought of today's episode. If you're still